Welcome everyone to beautiful Hiroshima for today's televised AFC Champions League clash as we verse Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Yes, we got one of only two other Japanese sides left in the competition as our opponents for today. This, of course, is the first leg. There's two legs to this tie, and if we manage to make it through, we will be in the quarter-finals. But before we crack on with today's first leg, we do, of course, have some games to catch up on. So, without further ado, let's hop into Football Manager 21 and crack on with today's episode. First game saw us head to Osaka as we entered into the Levain Cup to verse Cerezo. A very simple 1-0 victory in the end, Nakashima slotting it into the bottom left-hand corner. But as you can see from the match statistics, could have been a heck of a lot more. We just wasn't very good with our finishing. 21 shots to 6 on target. They only had 2 with only 1 on target. A 2.07 XG to a 0.21. 9 corners to 1, 7 fouls to 10. 1 yellow card to 1 yellow card. 88% passing to 75. 64% possession to 36. As you can see, a lot of green across the board. Lucas was a little bit disappointing though, a 6.6. We did rest a couple of names. As you can see, Arano is in there. Ogashiwa was also playing. Komai managed to maintain our backline pretty much, and Obi, but there was a few tweaks. So our central midfielders, basically that middle triangle, swapped out, replaced, given a bit of a rest, and as you can see, the replacements did a pretty good job. But how did we get on in that second game? Well, the second game saw us come back into the J1 League against what should be a decent mid-table side in S-Pulse. Unfortunately for them though, we did manage to dismantle them. As you saw, we got a nice early goal, and then only 12 minutes in, Songkrasin drills in a second. A terrible time for them to concede another one, and then Komai sealing the deal 74th, basically 75th minute with that penalty. So, yet again, another pretty easy game. Thought they would have put up a little bit more of a fight, if I'm honest. But 16 shots to their 3, 7 on target to their 2, a 2.88 XG to a 0.24. 6 corners to 1, 12 fouls to 9, 2 yellow cards, 91% passing to 81, 66% possession to 34. Really just showed the dominance we have all season thus far. The only thing that let us down was Nakashima, as you can see, on a 6.4 up front. We definitely needed a little bit more from him, but Nakagawa came on, got a 6.8, and we can't complain too much with that. So, that is today's roundup. It is time for our AFC Champions League first leg of the knockout rounds. So without further ado, let's head on over to Hiroshima and crack on with today's game. Okay everyone, match day is upon us. As you can see on the right hand side though, we have slipped to second in the league, through no fault of our own of course, but Cerezo Osaka have maintained their winning streak and thus are 1 point ahead of us, but we do of course have that game in hand and a 5-goal difference. So hopefully we can get over the disheartening of that. We can win today, make ourselves feel a little bit better, and then between episodes hopefully get a few results and get our spot back. But without further ado, let's head on into the stadium. It is time to take on Sanfrecce Hiroshima. So let's forward a little more. Come on game, you're making me look a little daft here. As you can see from the other games, we do have a few interesting matches. I'm very interested by this Beijing versus Yokohama game because of course Yokohama F Marinos, the only team that's actually managed to beat us this season, beat us twice, and yeah, they are our bogey team, the team which has won the league last couple of times, currently struggling a little bit in the league. And well, if Beijing managed to pick up a result against them, then they're going to be a scary prospect going forward. So we're suggested to go from a positive to a cautious mentality. I might drop it down, but not by that much. We are then going to apply the opposition instructions. Now, there's only 13,935 tickets sold for this 50,000 capacity stadium. This is a big game for both teams. Their mid-table way wasn't expected to even be here. I don't know why there is such a low crowd. I guess it's just one of those days. Everyone had to be at work for today's match. There's no other explanation. Now, our team for today, well, it's a very unchanged lineup. Obi in goal, the backline of Suga, Havania, Fukumori, and Komai. In central midfield is Fujita and Miyazawa. On left-hand side, Sonkrazin, Lucas on the right, Lopez in central attacking mid, sitting behind Nakashima. A bench of Nakano, Yoshi the hero, Kim Min-tai, Takumin Arano, Kawasaki, and Ogashiwa. Of course, we do have 5 players we would like to have integrated in there. It's a shame we can't have Inukai in there, but of course we have the issue in terms of registration with him, Nakagawa, Yanagi, Hatsus, and Kishimoto. So, enough rambling. I'm probably going to lose my voice if I ramble too much, hence I've got my water next to me. So, we are going to get on into this game. I'm going to have a little sip of my water. And we are going to crack on with this. Junior Santos. Why do I feel like he's a very big goal scorer in our league? Go out there and carry straight on from last match. Yeah, I feel like he was pretty much one of the better goal scorers last season. I don't know how he's getting on this season. Probably not so good considering they've lost the last 3 games, whereas we are on a win streak. Green across the board. And hopefully we can continue that here today. Now, I should probably change this. Okay, it's going to show us a highlight. It's not going to give me a chance to change this. 5 minutes in and we have a goal, ladies and gents. Havania, second of the season. He hasn't been as clinical as he has last season, but you know what? 2 goals in roughly the halfway point of this season. I'll take from a centre-back. He's contributing nicely, and he didn't even have to head it this time. Now, again, we have another highlight. Not got chance to alter that screen just yet. Lopez on the counter-attack. He's got an overlapping Sonkrazin. He is using him. Now, can Sonkrazin deliver a lovely cross or even go alone? He's gone alone and he's drilled it into the upper corner. This is why we didn't go cautious, ladies and gents, because our team is wonderful. What a beautiful finish from Sonkrazin. Lopez, very smart to pass it over to him on that left-hand side where he had acres of space. Cuts in past his man, drills it past the goalkeeper, and we are 2-0 up within the first 10 minutes. That's 4 shots, 2 in 10 minutes. I don't think they've got a chance in this one. Now, we are going to go to, I guess we got the latest scores there. So what would we like over here? We could go for a shot map. Do we have something interesting like their shot map that's completely empty, or perhaps ours? I don't know what we go for here. Stats for us, maybe. Match stats is going to be pointless. Late scores is pointless. Formation, we already know our own formation. What about putting their formation on? Just see if they switch things up. We'll keep it there. Then we can have a little look at how their players are performing. If they're going to switch up from the 4-2-3-1, which is the best formation in Football Manager, probably for the past 3 or 4 years, quite frankly. It's overpowered, it's overused, but it gets the job done. So, we have a third, ladies and gents. Nakashima, 25 minutes in. This is why their fans didn't turn out, because they knew exactly what we was going to do to them. They didn't want to get embarrassed in front of a packed crowd. They just told the fans to stay away. The only people here are our fans. We have 13,000 travelling away fans. Probably not, but we can hope. We can hope it's all away fans. Havania nods it down to Miyazawa. It's now Lucas. Lucas holding up one actually in the centre circle, plays it up to Lopez. Bit of a jitter there, don't know what that was, but Sonkrazin is going to... No, I thought he got himself a penalty there. Instead, he whips it across Miyazawa. Acres of space. You don't give Miyazawa opportunities like that. Thankfully for them, it didn't go in the back of the net. I thought I was going in the upper right-hand side, quite frankly, but he let the side down. And now, they're letting their anger out on Sonkrazin by injuring him. Potential lower leg injury, that's not good. Sonkrazin might be out for a prolonged period of time, and that is not an injury we like to see. Kawasaki is a great player, but it's nice having the depth over there. It's nice having Sonkrazin available, and if he's not, it's definitely going to hurt us. Especially considering we have a game in 2 days' time, and I think one in about 5 days' time. So we're definitely going to need the option. And that's not going to help either. Okay. Things have suddenly got rough. They've got very, very rough. We are going to go balanced. Balanced. No, cautious. We'll go cautious. We'll go cautious. Down to 10 men. So let's go cautious. Lucas, can we drop you further back? And Kawasaki, can we drop you further back? Yes. Yes, we can. With you. And Kawasaki. Okay, Kawasaki don't mind. He prefers to be an inverted winger, which I've not really messed about with. But you know what? 10 men. That's the time to be experimenting, surely. When you've got 10 men, start playing stuff that you don't particularly use. So, supportive inverted winger over on that side. Supportive winger there. You're defensive. You're supportive. You are up in attacking. I guess we need to make you more supportive, to be honest. You're on your own up there. But we can't unless we change the role in which you are in. So, things started off great. 3 goals, 25 minutes. But we finish this half with only 10 men. One of our star players injured. But we have the lead. And we are currently looking at least halfway to a quarter-final. So, 6 shots to their 3. 3 on target to their 1 and 0.7 XG to a 0.29. 9 corners to 4. 7 fouls to 6. 0 yellow cards, 0 yellow cards. 89% passing to 71. 59% possession to 41. We are going to tell the lads we're pleased. We're pretty darn pleased with that situation. Lopez, I mean, you got a 7.7. You played well. You did a silly mistake. I can't be too angry at you. I can be mad that we're down to 10 men. But I can't be too mad at your performance. It was just one mistake, you let your head go. That's not too bad. It's when you're playing poor and you start snapping people, then I might get a little angry. But right now, we just need to hold on. We've got a 3-goal lead. Can Obi keep his clean sheet? Probably not. Ooh. But we can pray. We can pray, ladies and gents. They are getting invigorated by this extra man, but a 6.2, a 6.4, 6.4, 6.4, 6.4, 6.4, 6.4, 6.5, 6.3, 6.5, 6.3. They haven't got a single player who's playing particularly well, which is nice to see on our end. He's suggesting going very defensive. No, we want to keep the pressure on, because if we go very defensive, it's going to offer their pressure onto us. So we want to burn up enough of the clock of us holding the ball for some of it, and then maybe we will go completely defensive. But for now, we want to keep trying to push up just a little bit, pressure them, because they are going to have to still defend. And yes, that is how we are going to approach this one. We're not taking our assistant manager's approach quite yet. If we concede one pretty quick, then we might approach that. Oh, Jesus. Our 10 men still piling pressure on, and this is why we didn't go very defensive, because we can still put pressure on even with 10 men. So, who are struggling? Lucas is struggling and he's tired. We've got Komai, he's on a yellow card and struggling. Surely we don't get 2 people sent off in this game. Famous last words. Famous last words. We all know how that's going to turn out, don't we? So, we're going to bring on Yoshi. Yoshi for Lucas. Swap you 2 over. You're going to be a winger. You're going to be a normal wing. Oh, wide play. Just be a winger. Just be a winger. Surely, Yoshi, you can play as a winger. Surely winger is that not that difficult for you. Yoshi, yeah, you can play it. You can play it. You can play as winger. So we've got our wingers. We could take Komai off. I'd rather take someone off who needs a rest like Suga, but we can't really bring anyone on for him. We've got Kim Min-tai who could cover for one of the centre-backs. The centre-backs, Havani is having a good game. He's the only one who's tired. Don't want to take you off because you've got decent conditioning. We have our central midfield. That could do with freshening up, I guess. Miyazawa we could take off. We don't want to take Fujita off when he's one of our better performers today. Nakashima's doing a good job. Isn't very tired because he isn't having much to do now because we're down to 10 men. So Miyazawa, I guess we take off for Kim Min-tai or Taka Min. We'll take him off for Kim Min-tai. Swap them over. do that, you can play the ball-winning midfielder, have a nice playmaker in Fujita, and hopefully we can hang on in this game. Looking at their team right now, looks like we'll be alright. As long as he doesn't pick up on this right-hand side and they start bombing down this right-hand side, we should be okay. The left is still struggling. The middle is still struggling. Their striker's struggling. Their cam's struggling. And there's only 10 minutes left for them to get 3 goals. Can we make it 4? Yes, we can. Their goalkeeper had an awful attempt there. I don't know what he was doing there. He completely flapped at it. Havania's header drilled past him. Let's have another look at this one. Big jump from Havania. But Kawanami should have done much better. The ball was straight at him. It wasn't fast. And he just lets it fly by. We are going to take that one. Havania nods it, gives it away, but we can put pressure on here. Ball up. Santos, 1-on-1 with Obi. Lovely block by Havania, though. Beautiful effort from the man to get back. He has been outstanding today. In fact, he has a brace, doesn't he? A brace from our centre-back. Who'd have thought it? Second and third goals of the season in today's game. And what a time to get them. Havania hoofing it away. Ball over the top. Junior Santos. Oh, Junior Santos, 40 got and 1 back. Was a beautiful finish, to be honest. But he was offside. And we shall take that one. We shall take it indeed. He was offside by a good bit, to be fair. He can't argue with that too much. But it's not going good for them at all. At all. We're down to 10 men, and yet we, arguably, have still been the dominant side. Let's have a little look at these match statistics. So we had 10 shots to their 9, 6 on target to their 3, a 1.12 XG to their 0.84, 10 corners to their 8, 12 fouls to their 11, 1 yellow card to their 2, 89% passing to 77, 55% possession to 45. As you can see, a brace gets him a 9.3. Havania. He was outstanding. You couldn't argue with that man of the match. Lucas, 6.5. Could have asked for a little bit more from you, but considering we went down to 10 men so early on, we lost Sonkrazin early as well, we can't complain too much. That was a great result. The question is, though, how long is Sonkrazin out? We need to pray for his lower leg. How did the other game... Ooh, Beijing was 0-0. That's an interesting one. So Beijing arguably is slightly worse than Yokohama. On that premise, I would say. It was at home. They should have probably won the game, but instead they drew. So from that, you could probably deduce that Yokohama is possibly slightly better than Beijing, but a draw's a draw. And we are currently stuttering to move forward. I'm currently melting my PC, I guess, in this current weather. Sonkrazin, though, torn calf muscle 3 to 4. That's going to be painful for him, and it's certainly going to be painful for this club. Now, in terms of the next game, I think we're probably going to come back for the other Sanfrecce Hiroshima game. It falls here. Yes, it's at home, and we have a nicely go... You know what? No, we won't. I think Kashima, Reysol, they're 7th in the league. I think that's a better game to come back for, to be honest. Reysol in the league, it's going to be a more important game because it's our next game that helps us catch up with Osaka. If we lose it, we're stuck in 2nd. If we draw it, we go up to 1st. If we win it, we're back having a nice little points gap on Osaka and an even bigger one on Yokohama. So, Kashiwa, Reysol even. I think that's the game to come back for. We shall come back for that one. Hiroshima, we should be able to get past them with that 4-0 lead coming home. So, I thank you all for joining us. I hope you all have a lovely night, and goodbye.